Good morning. Good start to a new week. How's everybody doing? How was the weekend? Man, we got a lot to talk about today. Coming off of another interesting NFL weekend, another wild Colorado game. My first weekend as a 26-year-old. I guess that's how I'll remember it. How's it going, Kevin? We've got a McDonald's 525 for about 1.9 miles right here. We're going to accept this because I happen to be right at McDonald's, and that's going to take me right toward a pickup that I need to make on a Grubhub. Assuming we don't lose the Grubhub because of this, hopefully. Let me show you it. How's it going, Steve? Here's what the Grubhub looked like. 753.8 down there where we're supposed to deliver the McDonald's. The key here, we just got to really hope that McDonald's has this ready for us. Where can I put this without getting glare? Right here? This is just a 2-cheeseburger meal. Should be able to get that right away. I did technically lose the Grubhub order, but if you guys remember, we had a situation, I think it might have been last week, with the same Arby's on Grubhub, customer named Rick. Remember that because we had Rick in the chat here. And they didn't have the order and it got canceled. That just happened again. So that's the same guy. Here you go. Your order for Rick was canceled. And they gave me $1.55 partial payment, even though we didn't even make it there yet. So can't complete the order, but at least we've got something out of it. And this is when I will acknowledge the fact that we aren't on StreamYard today. We're just using the YouTube live stream feature again because I got an email from StreamYard talking about I've almost hit my amount of hours that I can be live in a month on the free version, and they want me to upgrade. So that's fine and all, and I'll consider the upgrade, but you know, I didn't have time yet to kind of look into how expensive that is and is it worth it. So today I decided let's throw it back. Let's use the YouTube live stream feature. So you won't see my earnings scrolling across the bottom of the screen today. You'll see them pinned in the chat. It's like this. Boom. So there you see the $1.55. And we're about to be sitting at what, $6.80? We're gonna be sitting at $6.80 as soon as I get rid of this bag of McDonald's momentarily. Oh man. So another tough Sunday for me because the Bears took an L. Another L. And it wasn't just any L. I mean, I thought that the Tampa Bay game was going to be one of our more winnable matchups of the season. I don't think Tampa Bay is a bad team, but I don't think, you know, they're not going to be our most difficult opponent by any stretch of the imagination. And they beat us anyway. And they pretty much beat us the whole way. We had a 7-3 lead early, but they pretty much had that game the whole way. Made it look easy. And in the description of this video, I talk about the beginning of the end of Fields. When I say that, I'm talking specifically about the screenplay pick six at the end of the game. I was watching that and I literally told I said, that right there, that play right there is the single play that defines the beginning of the end of Justin Fields as the Bears quarterback. It just is what it is. As much as I hate it, I have to acknowledge it. There's not been a lot of improvement from offseason to offseason, from last year to this year. I don't see much of a difference in these first two games from what I saw last year. That's a big problem. We're just not winning games. 5-22 he is as a starter. It doesn't look good. What did he have yesterday? 3 rush yards? I mean, if the reason that he's been good for us has been his ability to run, his threat to just pull it down and run, then we can't have a game where he's got 3 rush yards. It's getting really ugly out there, and the issue is just that the game's changing because you can't afford a quarterback. We can't afford a quarterback if he's not the guy. They get paid too much. And you have to make the decision right about now, right about the third year. We've got to decide if is he going to be the guy for 10 years or not. We're going to have two. It looks like we're going to have two very high draft picks in next year's draft. It's a loaded QB class. It's time to move on. And if anybody was already thinking it, I think that pick 6 on the screenplay was the play where it's just like, you know, sometimes in life you just make decisions. You think about something, you think about something, you think about something, and then you're holding out hope, but finally it just snaps, and it's something simple, just something real simple, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to think about it anymore. I've made the decision. This isn't working. And that's really hard. As I've been on this channel talking about how Justin Fields is a future MVP, future Super Bowl MVP. So I have to swallow that. I have to just say that I was wrong. At least not for the Bears. He's too good to not get an opportunity somewhere else. But I think he's starting to wear out the Bears fans in terms of how long we're willing to wait for the payoff, you know?
The customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Hand it to me.
I think 3 years is enough. 3 years, 3 seasons is longer than I gave Trubisky. I know Trubisky got more time, but I was ready to give up on Trubisky a lot sooner than that. So, you know, at least Fields had me hopeful for multiple seasons. I was very hopeful. I had no hope with Trubisky. $6.80. Now we'll move straight into a $7 shop and pay. Dollar General, 2 items, out to another hot spot. I appreciate the activeness of the apps right now on a Monday morning. Simply having stuff to do and not having to wait for orders is huge. To me, that's basically what this job comes down to. I'm wondering if I'm having some issues here with technology. Chris says Tampa Bay is doing okay with without Tom Brady? Yeah, I actually think Tampa Bay will be fine. And I was saying that before the 2-0 start, by the way. I was saying that. So I think they've got a shot at winning the division. the Falcons are 2-0, and Desmond Ridder looks terrible. To me, he looks terrible. They're not a threat. The Panthers are bad. We're going to see that tonight. Really, the only thing standing in Tampa Bay's way still is the Saints. That's it. And I'm not convinced the Saints are all that either. I mean, somebody's got to do it. And I don't think Baker Mayfield is as bad as everybody else seems to. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. That really might be all it takes in that division. That might get you a home playoff game with those three guys if they stay healthy. I saw this Photoshop picture that you see in the thumbnail. Travis Kelce following Taylor Swift out of the team plane. I saw that posted from a meme account. Yet the comments still indicate that people believe that it's a real picture. They really think it's real. Now, is the relationship real? Apparently, from what I understand, apparently there's some actual legitimacy to it. But come on, people, that picture right there, come on now. We can't be being fooled by that pic. That's a clear Photoshop. It's interesting to think about, though. Taylor Swift with Travis Kelce. I actually don't think it will work with what I know about both humans. I don't see how it works. What's up, side gig guy? Good morning. Yeah, I don't see how it works, but you know, I don't want to cross any lines talking about Travis Kelce as a potential partner, but just from a man's perspective, I don't see him as a boyfriend, husband material. That's just me. But I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't think Taylor Swift is very good at choosing men. So Chris said, what's that say? Chris said, did you see the Giants and Arizona game? Amazing comeback of Giants. Are you serious? Did they win that game? I completely ignored that game because I'm so disinterested in both teams. And then I was kind of shocked that it was like 20-0 Arizona. But I tell you what, if the Vikings of last year can come back from a 33-0 hole and win the game, these large comebacks they're not as surprising as they used to be because I think it's clearly easier to make dramatic comebacks like that than it used to be. Yeah, look at that. The Giants pulled it out. Okay. Man, I mean, that would have been really bad. If they would have come out and lost 40-0 to Dallas on national television and then come out and lost to the Cardinals, that's pretty much season over So good for them. Keeping hope alive. Daniel Jones, 2 passing and 1 rushing touchdown. Well, that's going to force me, Chris, to go watch the highlights of that later today. I like watching the all 22 film more and more. I like watching that more than the game itself on the broadcast, on the live broadcast. I get a lot more out of the all 22 film breakdowns. JT O'Sullivan on a YouTube account called the QB School. I've just been watching that religiously. And that's another large portion of the reason that I'm starting to be down to about 0 faith in Justin Fields pretty quickly. I've still got a little piece left, because I think, well, the Bengals started 0-2 last year or whatever it was. Last year, I think the Bengals started 0-2. They rebounded. So the problem is we're about to go play the Chiefs. So we're not 0-2 right now. We're 0-3 right now. I keep having to tell myself that. We're not 0-2 right now. We're 0-3 right now. Already. Even the worst teams in the league right now are 0-2. But we're 0-3 actually. So, yeah, it's hard to have faith right now. CSU is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. What is up with the glare on the... Put it right here. I've got to head inside to the shop and pay. What am I looking for? Baby wipes and diapers. Shockingly, I actually know where that is. I actually know where to find that stuff. So this shouldn't take very long. I hope what I did here is not a problem. What's up, Jody? I hope what I did here is not an issue. The customer wanted a 3-pack of these, and they didn't have the 3-pack. So I just got 3 of the singles. So the price they're paying per unit is a little bit higher, but you know, I hope I did the right thing right there. Side Gig Guy asks, how is the money on your YouTube lives, if I may ask? I've made an overwhelming majority of the money that I've earned on YouTube so far has been a result of the YouTube lives. That's not because of the watch time or the views. That's because of super chats. Almost, I would say 75 or 80% of what I've made on YouTube so far has been just because of subscriber generosity and the super chat deal. Without that, a live stream pays me somewhere around less than $1 a day. Side Gig Guy. Now, will that always be the case? No. I don't think so. I think this show will get bigger and bigger. I think the live show will get better and better, especially if I can afford to pay for the StreamYard deal. If I can get some contributors with me here on the show, then eventually we'll have a lot more viewers, I think. And keep in mind that I do a lot of this because the live show itself ends up generating very easy content for me to put together as uploaded, edited videos. A lot of my time has gone from thinking of videos and points that I want to make, and I've never, well, I've scripted parts of videos before, but I don't really script videos very much. But now I really don't, because on the live streams, things just happen naturally, like the cut combo thing. That was totally off the cuff, unplanned, and it gave me a video. It gave me enough content to qualify as a video. The stuff that happens that we just catch on camera randomly, the whole deal with Matthew the trucker, that interaction inspired the song Fake Job. So like, the way I look at it is the live show is really worth my investment, of my time investment, because it generates so many other talking points for me. And the more that I'm live on YouTube, the better the odds are of me not getting falsely accused of criminal activity. You got to consider that too. And this is a heck of an alibi here. It's hard to argue with the evidence. If something goes down at 11:29 a.m. on Monday, September 18th, and somebody thinks, you know what, I think Welty did it. Man, you're going to have I'm right here live. You see what I'm doing. Hey, less of an opportunity for me to get thrown in jail, you know? It's a little side benefit. Chris said you did the logical thing with the wipes. Yeah, I figured they'd rather have the quantity that they wanted, even though it was going to cost them. That probably cost them $1 extra. I don't know how DoorDash sorts that out.
The customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Hand it to me. Ring doorbell body.
Yeah, tight squeeze in here, man. $13.80. 35 minutes in. We're actually on pace for 20 an hour right now. That's crazy, man. Much better start than I'm used to this early in the lunch shift on the live stream. But we're due, I think. I think I'm due. Brandon says, hi, Welty. I just want you to know the Bears suck. And it's a Bucks life. Yeah, I mean, I was texting my Bears friends about that, and you know, because they were celebrating the fact that the Packers lost too, and the Lions lost, right? And but I watched both of those games. I watched the Lions lose, and I watched the Packers lose at the same time as the Bears, and my takeaway was not. It just wasn't nearly as negative as it was for the Bears. There's different ways in which you can lose, and yes, in the standings, every loss is equal to another loss. A loss is a loss. But there's ways in which you lose that indicate whether you're a good team or not, though. So yeah, I understand we do suck. How did I phrase it in the text? Let me go find this text. I said, when I see our division rivals losing games around the league, although every loss is equal in the standings, There are degrees of disgrace, hopelessness, incompetence of losing. And the Bears look the worst when losing. Our actions and circumstances do not indicate a team that is even competitive and earning the respect of the opponent. You know, I mean, the Falcons had to fight for that win. I'm trying to remember who even beat Detroit. Who even was it? Seattle. Overtime. See, if the Bears push a team to overtime, if we push a team to overtime, I'm not going to be nearly as just hopeless. I mean, that's a coin flip. But we're losing to not very good teams, and we're looking really bad in the process. So, yeah, pretty much I decided yesterday, season over. 0-3. We're 0-3 right now. And I got other Bears fans telling me, man, it's time to test out Bajent. I don't know if y'all know, but there's a rookie quarterback on the Bears roster. Last name Bajent. He had a really good preseason. And I've literally got people telling me forget Field. They don't even want to give him the rest of the year. They're like, let's throw Bajent in there, see if he can play. And they were saying that after week 1. And initially I was like, no way, you're crazy. You're crazy. Like, relax. Here I am week 2. And that doesn't sound like that bad of an idea, actually. If we're going to draft a quarterback next year, you got guys like Brock Purdy out here, out of nowhere. He's clearly good. He's clearly good. Who's to say Tyson, isn't his first name Tyson? Tyson Bajent? Tyler? Something like that. Tyson. Yeah, first name Tyson. Brandon said the Claypool trade was one of the worst trades I've ever seen. No, that's not true. The worst trades you've ever seen? No. Come on, as second round pick. He scored a touchdown yesterday. It's not no. What might go down as one of the worst trades in NFL history is the Panthers giving us the number 9 overall pick last year, which we flipped into the 10th pick, got an offensive lineman, got another 4th rounder. We also got DJ Moore, another second-round pick from the Panthers, and next year's first-round pick, which might be the number 1 overall pick. And if that's the case, that's how the Bears make this out alive. If the Panthers somehow give us the number 1 overall pick, because that's how bad they are, then to be honest with you, we'll be able to move on off of Justin Fields seamlessly, which is another reason why I think he's in trouble. Because we're going to be able to draft a quarterback if we want to. So that might end up going as one of the worst trades ever. Bryce Young is just in a really bad spot. And it's not even shade on Bryce Young. I'm not even saying Bryce Young's bad. I'm just saying, look at what they gave up. Look at what the Bears got out of that. And especially if that pick ends up being the Caleb Williams pick, now you're talking about that being one of maybe the worst trades in NFL history. For real. For real. Don't give me Claypool for a second-round pick is one of the worst trades ever. That's a huge over-exaggeration. Brandon also said, how does it feel to have Jay Cutler, the best quarterback you've seen your team have? Yeah, I really thought it was going to be Fields. I would say at this moment, at this moment, what you're saying is correct, that Cutler is still the best that I've seen in my time. Rye, did you have a wonderful birthday? I actually had a really bad birthday. Thankfully, I had a bunch of football to distract me. What gifts did you get? I got a gift. I got a bunch of what I asked for. I got a new hat. I got a new hat from a Royce White's Big 3 team, the Power. It's a black snapback like this, and it's got a big blue Power logo. Got some money, and I got some cereal. And you guys, I'll make a video about that cereal. There's a chance that Allison and I will be filming this video this afternoon, so you might see it pretty soon. But I asked for some cereal for my birthday, and I got it. Brandon said Justin Fields will be a good quarterback by the time you put out the casino video. I said that I might start editing that Saturday. That didn't end up happening. I had too much going on. Saturday, I went and saw my brother-in-law play some live music with his band. He's got a band. He's got a band called Space Daddy and the Galactic Go-Go's. I went and watched them play. Saturday night shift ended up being really good for me. I made a bunch of money driving around after that concert. Me and Allison rode around, and we started a Netflix series called Living to 100. And it follows these, I think it's like 5 blue zones on the globe. They call them blue zones, where people have the highest rate of living to 100 in the cultures, and they go and they like study the culture and try and figure out why the life expectancy is higher there than it is in other places around the world. So we just watched a couple episodes of this Netflix series. It's a 4-part docu-series. We watched a couple of those and just drove around Saturday night and made a bunch of money. I mean, it really helped my numbers for the week that I made so much money. The Saturday dinner shift was really good. Jody said, when and if that Harris video ever comes out, I'm not even going to watch it. Just kidding. You know I will. I was going to say, what? That takes me by surprise. I've been sipping on this Panera Sip for like 3 days now. I don't know. That might be kind of nasty. And no, I know y'all know that I don't like Panera anymore. I did not pay for this. This whole Sip Club deal, free. Walgreens alcohol delivery 1127, 2.7 miles. Let's go. Let's do it. I've been doing more and more of these. This is going to be 2 24 packs of Bud Light. Yeah, I've been doing more and more of these because they pay well. Giggity said, glad to see you start without me.
Turn left. Make a slight right turn on Celanese Road.
Welcome, Giggity. Hope you had a good weekend. I don't know what to tell you. I got to be out here making money, whether you're watching me or not. I mean, I got to make enough money to feed these dogs I got in my house, man. They can't go hungry. And every once in a while, I got to get them a toy, you know? They can't go hungry, and once every handful of weeks, I got to get them a toy. So I've got to make, what is it? I've got to make probably $100 a week just for them. Brandon said, Gig, I would prefer to finish without you as well. That reminds me of, man, my guy Vivek Ramaswamy is on TikTok now. I found out about this through YouTube, of course, because I'm not on TikTok, but I saw him talking about it on YouTube, and apparently Allison was showing me on TikTok. Allison's on TikTok, and she was showing me this whole deal that in his comment sections on TikTok, kind of like the comment that Brandon just made, there's a bunch of like Finocchio comments in his TikTok with a similar similar to what Brandon just said. And I just think it's amazing, man. I just think it's amazing. So now, but hey, now we got all these liberal white people insulting Vivek. And, well, they've been playing the race card for the last, 10 years. So, maybe, I'm just thinking maybe they should get a taste of their own medicine for that kind of thing. Getting all Finocchio in a minority's TikTok comment section. How about that? How about a little, I don't know. Don't get me started now, because I'll start saying some things. Okay, guys, once again, don't know if I did what I'm supposed to do here. Here's what happened. They didn't have the 24 packs. They only had a 12 pack of the Bud Light. Right there. So he told me to buy that. And he also told me he wanted 12 Michelob Ultras instead, since it's so much less beer than he was trying to get. So I said, okay. Well, the Uber Black Card would not approve the purchase of both of these at the same time. So he told me just buy it with cash or whatever, and he'll pay me for the Michelob Ultras as well. He said he had some cash on him. So I'm just taking him for his word. It's not a big deal if he doesn't. He just won't get, I won't give it to him. But so what I did was I paid for the Michelobs just out of my own pocket. There's a chance this will mean that he might tip further too. I don't know. But the Michelobs were $17.11 out of my own pocket. Hopefully he'll just give me a 20 for them. That's kind of the hope when I do stuff like that, is that it'll be worth it for the risk. Chris, that's taken forever. They probably don't believe he's over 21 and he forgot his ID. No, I don't forget my ID.
Using the left 2 lanes, turn left on Celanese Road.
Brandon said you can do 2 of the 12 pack. They only had 1 though. There was only 1 12 pack in there. That was it. And I asked the Walgreens associates to check the cooler and make sure there wasn't more back there, and there was not. So it was just because they're so low on stock that it caused me all these problems having to figure this out. So we'll see what happens at the door here. If he doesn't have the cash for me, I'll end up with a 12 pack of Michelobs that I don't even want. I don't even drink that type of stuff. Now, I've never had a customer, like I've never done a backdoor type of deal like this with a customer and had it not work out. Nobody's tried to like scam me or rob me or anything like that. Giggity said there was probably plenty of Bud Light. No, there was not. All right, next I'm going to line up this Aldi Shop and Pay, 1 item, $5.75, 3.5 miles. It's going to be a little less than that, though, I think, because this Aldi's is really close to where we're going. Oh, I think I actually missed my turn. No, I didn't. Wait, did I? Yeah. Yeah, I missed my freaking turn. Stupid. That probably cost me 3 minutes. Brandon said, will you be pressing the SOS button on the app to notify ADP security of this potential danger? No, I don't think I've ever done that either. I don't think, well, I know I have never pressed an SOS button in my whole life. Geely says, if there's one thing you can trust, it's a daytime drinker. Yeah, I'm trusting him. I'm putting a little bit of faith in this man. Third floor delivery. Golly, I gotta haul all this beer up to the third floor. Hopefully he doesn't go in and influence the tip on Uber as well. It's going to take a while to realize whether or not this paid off in the end. But by about 1:15, we'll know. Brandon said your safe word is Kirby if you need help. All right, here goes nothing. Let's see. I can potentially. Oh yeah, I think I can angle this camera up to where y'all will be able to see me up there. Yeah. What is that? Yeah. You're going to be able to see me up there from here. Okay. Here goes nothing. That exceeded all expectation now. He just gave me 40 straight up. Only owed me $17.11 and gave me 40. That's why you do that. That's why you do right by people. Forget the rules and the policies. Just make common sense decisions. Don't forget that at the end of the day, we're providing a service. You should handle these deliveries like how you would want them to be handled for you. I know that seems like a crazy concept, to do unto others as you would want done to yourself. But man, that's a $22 and what, $22.89 tip. So even if he pulls the tip from Uber, we just got paid a lot more for that than we planned. Risk deactivation for $20. Why does that risk deactivation? Now, if I get deactivated for making a customer happy, so be it. So be it. I just met his needs. I did exactly what he asked. By the way, he still didn't get nearly the quantity of beer that he was asking for originally. It was still half. That's 24 cans he just got total. He asked for 48. So still, I mean, yeah, man, it's not risking deactivation for $20. It's I guess you could say risking deactivation for personal autonomy, using your own judgment, applying your own principles to the work that you do. And if that's what does me in, so be it. I've told y'all many times. Gig work wouldn't be the first job that I've lost as a result of those things. Using my common sense, applying my principles to the job. I've lost many jobs because of that. So that's not a new concept to me. Now, all we're getting here at Aldi's is one large watermelon. Let's go. Let's do it. I'll have to add this math up later to figure out how much I've earned. We'll do that in a bit. We have yet another funky situation here. There's no watermelon. It is officially pumpkin season where they keep the watermelons. I asked an Aldi associate if they have watermelon. She said nope. So the watermelon's going to be refunded. I sent a message to Amir. I said the watermelon is out of stock because they are in pumpkin season. So I don't think I've ever had this happen before either, where I have to hit all items out of stock. I already texted the customer, cancel the order. Cancel entire order. Canceling this order will start a refund for the customer and you will get half pay. Okay, good. I was wondered about that. I'll just say the customer didn't respond. Cancel the order. Oh, they want additional details. Watermelon out of stock because it is pumpkin season. It's pumpkin time, man. $2.87 we're gonna get. Half of $5.75. Of course you got to round down, you got to round down when you're paying half pay, obviously. So we'll give them $2.87 instead of $2.88. Alrighty, let's figure these numbers out, man. Such a random assortment of earnings so far. I'll go ahead, while we figure the numbers out, I'll go ahead and line up a $5 for 2.8 mile subway. It's not really that far, though. They want me to loop-de-loop around the interstate. We don't have to do all that. So this is more probably like 2 miles. I figure $5 for 2 miles is worth it because I'm going to sit here for a second anyway. Let's go ahead and line that up. So we've done $12.25 on DoorDash plus $2.87 plus $1.55 on Grubhub randomly. Plus currently we're sitting at $3.75 on Uber. I'll go ahead and tally that. $3.75 base pay plus $40 minus $17.11. I've made $43.31 at least. It'll probably increase when our Uber tip comes through, unless he wipes it out, which I do think he has the right to do since he cash tipped me. What's up, Mike? Chris says, watermelon, I thought it was going to be an issue. Sam's Club might have some still, and Harris Teeter carries them all year. Wow, what a random freaking way of making $43 in an hour, 23 minutes. Crazy. On to Subway we go. I don't think I've had a more like hodgepodge canceled order day than this. Darn, I missed the fun. No, it's all it's putting me in difficult positions with applying my own judgment. But here we are. Giggity said these merchants are testing your patience today. I say take that $20, buy some scratch offs and parlay into $2. Text delivered that okay. Yep, I got to do that again. Brandon said make it right and go buy a watermelon from a different store. I knew I was going to get a comment like that. I knew somebody was going to be like, well, just go buy it from go to Walmart. Pay for it with cash and he'll tip you $40 again. Brandon said you broke TOS. Well, I don't care. Terms of service. Wouldn't get this advice on Pedro's channel. He'd be just like, you broke TOS. Okay. Again, TOS does not dictate what Ryan Welty does. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. All right. Into Subway we go. Hectic but profitable hour. Giggity says, I'm getting pretty uncomfortable with the way Welty manhandles us. It was fun at first. Yeah, Mike, that was a good pickup right there. Usually I have to wait here. But a real simple, or it's just one sandwich. No chips or drink, just one sandwich. So, yes, congratulations to them for having it ready, but it's not all that impressive to make one sandwich in a timely fashion. But we'll take good work when we can get it. Did you have a good B-day? No, I had a pretty bad birthday. It did not go as intended. Sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's not a big deal, or it kind of is it actually is a big deal. It actually really is a massive deal. But I'm good. Everything's good. Katie said, make up for it. It's your birth month. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's just a birthday. It's not a big deal. The birthday itself is not a big deal. What I don't know. I just had to do a lot of reflecting, and I'm gonna have to make a really hard decision about where I want to live the next phase of my life, because I think I'm just done here. Y'all have heard me talk before about I'm just kind of exhausted about driving around. I've got a lot of great memories here, and I've got a lot of really bad memories here from childhood, and it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. I believe that I've done everything that I can do in this town. It's time for me to go, but it'll be a while. The difficulty, I understand my role in the biblical definition of what a husband is. I understand that pretty soon I'm going to have to make a big decision, and Allison's going to follow my lead. And I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly at all. And it's going to be the first. I've made a few big decisions in my life, but every time it's been me, just me. I'm influencing myself. Now I'm about to make a decision that completely changes two people's life, and it definitely changes the way that you think. Thankfully, I've got plenty of time. But kind of like how I talked about how that Justin Fields pick six on the screen pass in the fourth quarter. Kind of how you see something like that happen, and you just, in your head, you're just like, that's the end. That was it. That was a physical depiction of the end. And I kind of feel that way with what happened on my birthday. It's just, that's it. It's nothing more severe than I've gone through before. I've gone through some dramatic things. It's just, it was just the final thing, it's it. I'm done. I'm done here. I've mentally checked out. So if anybody's got recommendations on where to go, DoorDash zones, where I should start the next chapter of my life, because, I would say the top 5 places that interest me the most currently, in no particular order. I think about Nashville as a potential landing spot. I think about Vegas, although that would be the one that's probably hardest to convince Allison of. I think about Denver. I think about Oklahoma City. And I think about Houston, or, some sort of some sort of Texas city that's on the way up. Because there's several. So Houston or Dallas or something like that. Those are kind of the 5 that immediately jump out to me. It's time for me to go. I want to be, the timetable that I'm looking at is in the next, I've probably got basically 2 years. So I'm not about to rush into anything. But I've made the decision that by the time my brother gets out of prison, I want to be out of here. I don't need to be here. I don't need to be physically available to have my brother build some sort of reliance on me, or for there to be some sort of expectation on me. So that gives me about a 2-year window to figure this out. But I've mentally checked out of living here. Thankfully, we've already owned our house for, we're coming up on 3 years already. So the sale of the house won't be a problem at all. We'll make a bunch of money off the sale of the house to go start anew somewhere else. My phone slipped again. I'm interested to see what you've said in the comments here. Chris says, what happens? Did you lose that board game on your birthday? No, board game night didn't end up happening. That got canceled. What else? Giggity said he didn't get the proper birthday spanking. Pedro's in mourning over his bears. Giggity says, try Virginia. I hear there's some rich men north of Richmond. Maybe the, I kind of like that Rock Hill's like a sort of a college town, a little bit, with Winthrop being here. Maybe I went and visited Liberty University one time, and I thought the area was freaking awesome. So maybe like that would be a potential spot, like suburbs around Liberty University. Now, I'm gonna have to do some real testing. Like these places that I talk about going, I'm gonna have to go and spend a week or two before we actually decide where we're gonna go. I'm gonna have to physically go and do some work in these places and see if I think that I can still be effective as a gig tuber in a different market. I can't imagine that any of these places that I'm talking about, though, I can't imagine that I wouldn't be able to do it successfully. If I can do it well enough here, I'm getting all my bills paid doing this here. I think I'd be able to do it in a bigger, in a bigger populated zone than this. But I need to know for sure. I can't take the risk and not be. I have to be right about the decision that I make. I haven't even gotten into my third topic for the day yet, the whole Robert Reese deal. Robert Reese's new series. It's getting hot out here again. It's that time of day, y'all. Sun comes out and it just slams you. Gideon said, I'm west of Houston. Come to Sugarland. It's sweet. Jody said, I think y'all would fit in well in Nashville. Mike says, as you explain your thoughts about moving, I can understand. A change sometimes makes a difference for your growth. Denver's an amazing place for gig work. Giggity said, gig across the country, buy an RV and tow a Chevy Spark. Yep, I don't know what I'll do yet, but I've been carrying a mental and emotional load of just sort of a, man, should I do this one here? I think I should. We're staying busy today, y'all. I mean, I might as well do a 725 for 5.4 down the interstate. It's probably good enough. I've been carrying a mental and emotional load for quite a long time. I probably don't even realize just how much it's affecting me. I might, at a certain point you just get used to it, but I mean the behavior that I grew up in, the degeneracy, I'm going to call it that. No offense if somebody is watching that would be offended by that, but the degeneracy that I grew up in, it can't be. It's not okay. The fact that it happens with repeated regularity does not normalize it. It's not right. And I'm done, man. I'm out. If people in my life want to keep these behaviors up, you know, they can do that, but I'm not gonna be around it anymore. I'm not gonna. I've never just let the stuff happen without being vocal about it and being like, hey, man, it's not good. But I don't seem to have an impact on these people. So I'm kind of spinning my wheels, wasting my time. It's hard to make a parent listen to you after they wiped your ass when you were an infant, you know? It's hard to turn that dynamic, and in some cases you just can't. But I've got bigger and better things to do than just keep trying to I've done everything I can do. That's part of what brought me to YouTube. It's time to meet new people. It's time to have a chance to actually impact people. Fields can't play tank for Caleb. What's up, Kevin? Giggity said it's like repeating a lie. Don't make it true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's only so like and then like I've told y'all before, and then Ryan's the bad guy because he pushes back and he's vocal and he doesn't just tolerate foolishness. So everybody else creates the situations. But Ryan's the bad guy because he's the one that wants it cleaned up. It's bad, man. It's bad when I've said so many things and been relatively, I don't know, y'all know how I can be, you know. Sometimes I say things so matter-of-factly that I come off as arrogant. I say, man, you know, the solution here is easy. Actually, it's not even difficult. And so there's an arrogance to that, and so it's crazy when you actually have family members that root against you subconsciously. They're low-key rooting against you because they don't want you to be proven correct because of what that would say about them. Well, damn, I can't afford for Ryan to be right about this because that would freaking, you know, that'd make me look pretty bad. Well, I was once told that this is before I even met Allison. I was once told that they were going to feel bad for whoever married me. I feel bad for whoever marries you. I was once told by another person that I belong in the jail cell next to my brother. I was told that by a parent. You belong in the jail cell next to your brother. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck it. You know, I'm just getting to the point where I'm about ready to just start airing it all out because I'm so fucking pissed and tired with it. I thought there was a chance that I could just build a resume, a life resume, and a profile resume online. After so many hours and so many years and so many proofs of me not being, of me not having it wrong. You know, like I got, you know, these opinions that I've got. It's like, man, if I talk about how easy personal finances actually are, and then I go out and prove it, then you can no longer say I was wrong. That's why they're rooting against me. For the ability to keep up the game like Ryan doesn't know what he's talking about. So root against him, because if he pulls it together, especially coming out of how it is he was raised, if he can do this coming out of this situation, then you can no longer not take me seriously. But I'm starting to look at it and I'm thinking, man, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. And it doesn't matter for what, it does not matter for what length of time I can be correct. They're still going to doubt. Still going to doubt it. Because I'm 26 now. So I'm going on about 20 years already. I'm not even kidding y'all. Because I started, I told y'all the first time that I ever started telling people I was going to be a millionaire, I was 5 years old. We're going on 20 years now. My ability to look ahead and warn people and say, hey, don't you realize that if this trajectory continues, that you're going to end up here? And then that person ends up there. God, it's just a coincidence that Ryan keeps being right. It can't come down to the fact that what informs the predictions, the values and the principles that predict it can't be that there's legitimacy to that. It's got to be just pure luck, pure coincidence, over and 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 over again. It's just a coincidence, though. Buckle in, y'all. Hang on. I can feel y'all slipping. You can't want success for people in your life that don't want it for themselves, man. I'm still trying to learn that one. You can't do it for them. Jody says, I'm sorry you bump heads with your mother. I know exactly how it feels. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that right now. Because it's gotten to the point where pretty much gotten to the point where she's like, oh, I want to keep up communication and I want to have a relationship with you, but you can't talk about X, Y, and Z. And these things include faith, politics, the YouTube channel. These are like off limits subject matters, basically. Thoughts on extended family, faith, politics, what is my career pursuit, and sort of like what I would define as how should I define it? Masculine accountability. And then I ask her, I'm like, all right, okay. So take all that out of Ryan Welty. What is he anymore? What are you even talking about? There's nothing left if you take all that from me. That's, I mean, what do you want to do? You want a small talk about the you just want to small talk about stuff. Even the small talk. How can I small talk without the influence of faith? That's in some manner going to influence how I perceive everything, even the little stuff. So I don't really see what the point is. So it's almost like they see me as I'm too dangerous of a personality to spend time around. And not even I'm not talking about physically dangerous. I think y'all are keeping up with what I'm saying. I'm too intellectually dangerous for these people to fucking talk to me. How concerning is that? Golly, man. Come on now. Come on now, man. It's crazy. And then you talk about that physical versus intellectual danger. Here's what's the funniest part of it. It's not even funny. It's not comically funny. It's just that's just a saying. The funny part. Hang on, let me update my earnings. Hey, we're 2 hours in. We're doing pretty good. This is an above average day, y'all. 55, 56, right? And we should learn about our Uber tip here shortly to see if we're going to get that as well. Anyway, physical versus intellectual danger, perceived danger. So I've got one brother. So there's two of us. There's only two. So I've told y'all that there's supposedly, the rumor is there's a physical danger that's been birthed by my brother's decision making for all of us. Not just me, my parents too. Supposedly, this is a story. Ryan Welty's not safe to go on YouTube Live in his county because there are bad people around here that would get off on the idea of harming me in an effort to send a message to my brother. It's not even about me. I'm just a pawn in his little fucked up game, right? So there's an actual physical danger versus the intellectual danger of, oh shit, if I spend time around Ryan Welty, my son or my brother, then I might have to face some sort of self-examination because of how it is and what it is he talks about. Y'all, they're more scared of that than they are the physical danger my other brother puts them in. They tolerate that more than they tolerate me. I about lost my mind with this stuff, man. I about lost my mind with it. Because that is just so dishonest. That is so dishonest. I can hardly even articulate it. I can hardly even make myself understand it. So, anyway, I'm saying a bunch of things that, and I'm not providing a lot of context, so I apologize, because I don't know when the appropriate times are to provide the a more full context. But I'm trying to give you bits and pieces, and if you listen to me enough, hopefully you'll get a fair picture of what I've gone through. But all right, what's the chat saying? What's up, Bobby? Jody says, it's never going to change. I'm 55, my mother's 80, and she's still set in her ways and treats me like I'm 12. Never gives me props for the good things I've done and how far I've come. Right now, just accept the way it is. Worry about your family, meaning Allison and the doggies. Yeah, and the friendships that I make. I mean, at this point, I view. At this point, I would just refer to people who I have no biological connection to me as family, based on shared values and things like this. Yeah, and Jody, I mean, I see your comment. It's not just my mom either. My mom is not the only issue. My mom is not not anywhere near the only issue. It's not a mom problem. It's broad. Giggity says, no need for context. We hear you. Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to explain, but there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. And I can't just vomit out my whole history every time that I talk about this stuff. You know, I can't run through it all every time, but bits and pieces. Bobby said, cheer up, Buttercup. Brandon thinks I'll make 1K this week since we're having a good start. There's a chance that, yeah, I think I'm going to try to push for it this week. I think I can do it again. Very decent start here. Are you taking requests for the next troll victim? Bobby says, Welty needs to focus on washing that hat. I feel like it didn't last long. Like when I watched it, it wasn't very long after that and it was dirty again. Like, how many times am I going to have to wash this thing? Once a week? That's the only problem. I tell you what, I'll start wearing my new power hat. I mean, it looks absolutely pristine. Brand new. Crisp. So clean, man. I'll start wearing that on the live streams. That way, y'all don't have to look at a dirty hat. Bobby said, I can't clown binge. Pedro will come after me again. This is a good time to talk about the new Robert Reese series. He decided to make a video talking about me and John Billings. Where? Set it right here. He made a video talking about me and John Billings, trying to extrapolate our YouTube growth over 2 years to determine which way our channels are headed. And now, to be fair, he said that we're both heading in the right direction and we're both doing good things and we're both going to grow. So it's not like he didn't crap on anybody, but I didn't feel like the analysis in the video was very thorough or thought out. I thought it was just kind of left a lot to be desired. I left a rather large comment under the video because I think a lot of what I put in the comment, Robert Reese needs to learn. Because he's under the assumption that all of these gig tubers are in competition with one another. So it kind of describes that in the video. So I say, I don't view myself as in competition with anybody. One of the beautiful things about the game we play on this media is that it is not a zero-sum game. When you do a self-analysis of your own channel, consider whether or not your content is evergreen and historically correct. That will more accurately predict where channels are headed than simply tallying views on YouTube Shorts, for example. Also consider quality of viewer. And what I mean by that is, if a creator like myself, for instance, is clearly alienating certain demographics, the channel growth is going to be stunted in the beginning. I say things that lots of people are going to disagree with or be offended by, but that's a sacrifice I'm making because one returning viewer is far more valuable than 100 one-timers. The consistency and retention in the live chat, indicates that my quality of subscriber loyalty is very high, and I'm honored by that. And I expect that to be the case for my entire history on YouTube. So that's a long comment to put under a video, but what he's pointing out is that John's channel has somewhere around 4 times the amount of views that I have, apparently. That's a complete result of the fact that John does a lot of YouTube Shorts. And no hate on John at all. This is not what I'm talking about. It's not about John, but unfortunately, John was like used as the contrast to my channel for some reason. I think just because we're both young. So I'm super pumped for John. He's on the way up. John will probably pass me. Unless I start getting my act together and doing more YouTube Shorts, then maybe I can do better. But, you know, nothing in Robert's video. It's a 4 or 5 minute video. None of it includes the live stream metrics at all. There's no talk about watch time or quality of view, quality of subscribership. Tony said, I did it. I hit 3K last week. Well done. Well done. Hold up, y'all. I just realized it's Mo Monday. Should I go to Mo's and get a Mo Monday? I'm hungry. We could do a little burrito and a cherry Coke. Or would Allison be mad at me for doing it without her? How does that work? Because I think I'd have to, if I use her phone number at lunch, can I use it again at dinner? Or is it only once a week that you can do it? I don't know. I'm about to learn something new today. Gonna learn something new right here. Tony said ran out of StreamYard hours. I don't think I ran out yet. I just decided that since I'm clearly going to run out, I decided that today we'd just run it back. But another time this week I'll be back on StreamYard, so it's kind of random. I want to figure out if the StreamYard subscription would be worth it to me. But also I'm kind of angry at StreamYard for that. So that's why I decided today, no StreamYard logo on my live stream today then. If that's how y'all want to play it, fine. There goes your freaking free advertisement, basically. For today, at least. What is Mo's? Tex-Mex? Yeah, pretty much. Tony said you want to borrow mine. No, I'm good. Jody said, I think you should wait for her, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to learn something today. Hopefully I'll get a good DoorDash while I'm inside. Oh, y'all can't even see that. There's a Mo's right there. I'll be heading in there. Yeah, it's a poor camera angle. Deal with it. we got to move. Got to make sure I'm not late to this pickup here. Let's see. Nah, we should be good. This is a 1 mile down, 1 mile back offer for $7. DoorDash. Oh, and an Uber tip. The Uber tip came in. It did not come in at the full amount, but we still got some. So more than fair. More than fair deal here. I'm going to have to add that to our earnings as well. Jody said, you better go. Yeah, we're going to make it. We're all good. I saw somebody in there that I grew up with in my grade. And we used to be good friends or whatever. And then she found out I voted for Trump and she won't talk to me anymore. One of those deals. I became a bad person overnight. MAGA bad. Yeah. I don't know, though. I voted for Trump 3 times. I voted for Trump 3 times already, and the question is, do I vote for him a 4th or a 5th time? Because I'm pretty sure I'll end up voting for him 4 times. Haven't decided if I'll vote for him 5 times or not. She doesn't like orange people? No, she's one of these, like, well-intentioned girl. Really nice. Really talented, really smart girl. A nice mom. I know the mom. And really nice woman. And unfortunately, and supposedly Christian, you know? And so she was an important member of a Christian organization I was a part of in high school. And but unfortunately, there's a lot of pressure on black people to publicly not like Donald Trump. And I think she fell for it. And I have some sympathy for that. But you would think, well, you would think she would talk to me. So maybe not, maybe I'm misreading. Because giving me the cold shoulder publicly is that's taking it a little far. especially at this point, especially after all that we've seen go down. But that, I mean, there really are people out here that watch this media stuff and believe it and think that they really buy it. They really buy it after growing up around me for 10 years. Being in Bible study groups with me, and they still buy. Well, he must be a closet racist. He must be. He has to be, because CNN told me he was. He's just really good at hiding it, I guess. Another good pickup. Quick, easy. Tony said it's probably the microaggressions. Well, I don't do anything micro, man. I don't do anything micro. I'm a macro aggressive person, that's for sure. If anything, you could definitely, if somebody says that they don't like me because I'm macro aggressive, that would probably be true. That's fair. Oh, your microaggression came out of the closet with the vote. Yeah, they don't like when you vote a certain way, because that it's twice as bad, because not only is it a vote for the opposite candidate, but now if I use my vote, then they can't steal my vote and cast a vote for me. And they really like doing that. So it makes them double mad. They can't vote on my behalf the other way. Giggity says, I'm not anti-government, I'm anti-establishment. Anybody who pisses off both parties gets my vote. And that's why I'm having to think so hard about Vivek. And I'm having to consider whether or not I feel like Vivek's odds of beating Joe Biden straight up are a lot higher than Trump's are. So that's why I'm having to think so hard, because I don't want a repeat of what happened last time. I feel like if we actually elect Vivek and we run him against Joe Biden, it will be a bloodbath. because nowhere near as many people dislike Vivek as dislike Donald Trump. I think Vivek would just, I think it would be one of the largest margins in the vote that we have ever seen. That's why it's so tempting to me to vote for him in the in the primary. Tony said, "Not with a broken machine." Well, yeah, that's the concern. That is a real concern, but also another reason, because if they did that to Trump twice, anybody who thinks if they did that to Trump once, anybody that thinks they won't do it twice is fooling themselves. But will they be able to convince people that they didn't steal the election if it's Vivek? I don't think so. I think you're able to fool people that Joe Biden actually got 81 million votes because people can somewhat imagine the fact that there are 81 people who dislike Donald Trump enough to do that. That's within the realm of possibility. That is not the case in Vivek's case. I don't think they'd be able to steal it like that without it just being so obvious. Now, if they want to do it obviously, then we're going to have a decision to make about how we respond. And that's when things could get pretty wild. And I'm definitely concerned about that as a young man in the physical prime of my life. Yep, I'm gonna be one of the people that has to do something, unfortunately. But I'm ready, though. I'm ready. $0.25 bonus. Oh, you don't see it. Hang on. Now you see it. $0.25 bonus. And the tip on the Uber. $3.92. Gidi said, same machines built in China and used in Venezuela? Nah, it'll be fine. It's all good. It's all straight up. Nothing to see here. All right, so what's 55.56 plus 3.92 plus 7 1/4? 66.73 in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Man, see, I used to have shifts like this all the time. I've been missing the shifts like this. It's nice. It's nice to actually go out here and actually make 20 an hour. See you, Giggity. Have a good one. That's funny. Jody, I can see your emojis again because we're back on the YouTube live. So I can actually see it. Jody said, I just thought that. Yep. I'm seeing them today. Here's the ones you couldn't see. Oh, here they come. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are bizarre. Gidi said, wait, you thought you'd make a whole live stream without Cuck? No, sir. There we go. We got a cuck. We got a cuck comment. We have no W's in the chat yet today either. But, you know, one day it'll happen. WTF. Jody said, I forgot. Hey, we don't need a cash tip for the W's, man. We can just put W's randomly. But see, I'm not going to get upset about it until the song W's in the chat comes out. After that comes out, if I'm not getting W's in the chat, I'm going to be confused. I'm going to be confused about that. I need W's in the chat. Welty up to bat. Bottom ninth, that's a wrap. Despite the hat, I'm no cap. Take the winning swing, put the win in swing, in fact. There you go. There's a little preview to some of the bars in W's in the chat. I just exposed a little piece of it. How about that? Jody said, wow, you leaked a little. Yeah, there you go. A little preview for you. Oh, y'all are going to like the part, man. Y'all going to like, I can't wait for it to come out. I think, no promise, I'm going to have a song drop either this Friday or next Friday, I think. Depends how fast I can get the video done. It's going to be one of the next 2 Fridays, y'all. We'll have a little premiere Friday evening. That's the one Tony heard a little sneak peek of. Tony got lucky. Jody meant wow. U. The shift might be dying down here. Coming up on 2:00 p.m. Eastern. It looks like the money that it looks like I might not earn any more money on the live stream today. We'll see. If I make it all the way home without an order, then we're going to call it. Jody said, I still can't get a slot for today. Yeah, I'm just going to do my normal thing here. Go home, pause my dash for a little bit, wait for Allison to get home, take a dash on the way to the gym. That'll put me over, that'll put me near 75 bucks, hopefully. Today could be an actual real day, man. I could make some real money tonight because I'll be on the road for a significant dinner shift as well. We got a doubleheader Monday night football situation. A little bit of a staggered start time. What is it, like a 7 and an 8? Something like that. So I'll be delivering food the whole way, watching these games, and yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility. This lunch shift went well enough that I might be looking at a $200 day. And if that's the case, I think 1,000. If that's the case, I think I can push for 1,000 this week. I'm making $100 on Rover, or not on Rover, but I'm making $100 as a result of Rover this week. So that means that I need to do $900 in food delivery. I know that's quite a lot, but for me that's quite a lot. But if we have a $200 Monday, I might make it. Adam said, do you guys have the silver, gold, and platinum program in y'all's market? Not that I know about. I don't think so. These ones that are coming in, you hear them coming in. I'm not taking them because it's like, well, stuff like this, like a 17 item shop and pay that I don't really want to do. So I'm letting it go. Decline. We got about 60 seconds left for them to send me a really good one. And I'm talking like it needs to be really good, or else I'm going to call it a day. What's your daily money goal? It's different every day, depending on what I got planned. If I'm going to hit 1,000 this week, I need to average 143 a day. My week runs Sunday through Saturday. I'm already at, well, if I take my earnings so far today and I add it to what I've got already, I'm already over $200 for the week. And I might make another 100 tonight during the football game. So somewhere around $300. That gives me 5 more days to make 700. That breaks down to 140 a day. You know, it's possible. How much do you owe on your car? 0. Chris said, don't be a wussy. And what is Travlor? Travlor is the little dating name for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Travis and Taylor put together. You can't add Sunday. They cash out on Sunday. I don't care. I run my own week. The reason for my week being Sunday through Saturday is because January 1st was a Sunday, and I decided I would track my weekly earnings every 7 days for the whole year. So my week is Sunday through Saturday this year, and that's just how I'm doing it. Yeah, no, I bought this car. Like, we own this car outright. Totally out. Every car we own is owned outright. The 21 Malibu, the Lincoln sitting in front of me. That one right there, 2003 Lincoln, we own that. And Allison's car is a 2011 Toyota Camry. We own that. How much did you buy that thing for? This one right here that I'm in was like 22.5, something like that. 23. Sell the Lincoln, homie. Dude, I can't tell you how bad Allison wants me to sell the Lincoln. She's like, we don't need it anymore. Too much, brother. Should have bought an old Prius or Camry for $12K. I've made videos around the time that I decided I didn't decide. Around the time that I needed a new car, I explained my thought process as to why I wanted to buy this car. In my opinion, buying this 2021 Malibu is one of the best financial decisions I've made. I'm quite happy with the purchase. Autobahn says, give my wealthy bro some views. I got a shower. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day on the live stream. We're at 3 hours. We made 22 an hour today, which is better than we normally do. So I'm going to head inside, hang out with the dogs a little bit, and maybe finish recording my next song drop. A song about hot bags. A song about using your hot bag, man. Your DoorDash, your DoorDash hot bag? Your pizza bag, your catering bag. I made a song in honor of the hot bag. Y'all have a good afternoon. We'll see you later in the week. I don't know if I'm going to commit to doing live streams all 5 days. That's why I say that. I don't know if I see you tomorrow. I'll see you later in the week on Welty.